I'm at the fabric store, but the fabric store don't open until like about like what 10 o'clock. It's 9:40. A lot of people are like, forget it, I'm out. But for me, I need to get my work done. I got so many other obstacles, so many goals I gotta do. Um, I got a lot of stuff that I need to finish by the end of this day, and it's gonna be a busy one. Like busy, boop, busy. I wanted to do some arts and crafts, but just dealing with what I have to do with my hair business, my makeup business, my other stuff with the homeless thing. I am not gonna have enough time to even do any friendly arts and crafts until about maybe like Tuesday. And so hopefully that works out for me Tuesday too. I got these awesome little clamps. I love these clamps. I use these for my tops, for my when I put my flash in the back, stuff like that, and for other things too, y'all. You can get a lot from the Dollar Tree, so don't be sleep on it. Mix your stuff up. If you're trying to start a business, mix your stuff up. Anywho, I ain't come on here to talk about no business stuff. I wanted to talk about dealing with toxic people and narcissistic people. Well, toxic people who don't want to change, aka also known as narcissistic people. I want to say that all people who are toxic are not narcissistic. But if they stay long enough, they will be. Listen, there's a good chance they will be. Okay, have narcissistic tendencies for sure, but if they don't change their habits, hey, that's what happens. And so, the reason why I wanted to make this recording is because I was thinking about what happened to me with my last job, y'all. I had this one person, I told y'all how they was so friendly. They was over there motivating me, saying all nice things. And all the while I was like, what is going on? All the while I found out once I left, this person was just, dogging me out. But not only that, that whole company, how they were, I don't know how they got around, and this was like a while back though, but how this company was getting around, they was not only doing it to me, but they were doing it to others. And so, if you guys didn't know, or haven't heard about that, go ahead and watch that video. But, because I don't want to go into that detail. But, later on I saw on, Instagram and Facebook, because I had to post a lot of stuff about me being in the pageant and everything. And usually they don't post a lot about individual pictures or anything like that. And I noticed that they were talking about, the up and coming things, and talking about their other people who work there, and, just giving them credit, something that I'd already brought to the table. Like, maybe we should do this a little more, and things happen like that. Sometimes people get your point of view or whatever you were thinking when you leave. That's okay. But something about that made me feel like it was intentional, because I was getting a lot of recognition from a lot of support from people who are in my area, who didn't know that I was into pageantry, knew about me, but they didn't know the full extent about me being into pageantry. And so, y'all excuse my lace front, because I did get up this morning. I went and exercised. Did not brush my teeth, y'all. That's kind of bad. But yeah, I knew I was going to be eating some chips and stuff, so I have to have a limit. My dentist made me limited amount of time once I brush, because I have a brushing habit, OCD. But anyhow, don't want to get off topic, y'all, because y'all know I will. And I felt like some type of way, like maybe that's it. And then every time I would say something on my page, because they have a new content producer that does that, this person would get up and put something similar to what I post, or something like that. And so, something inside of me, I almost felt like, dang, isn't that like, and it sounded like everything was good. I'm telling you, everybody that was coming around me who worked there were like, oh yeah, we're doing so great. Some of the clients was like, no, it's bad, telling me, because you still work in the same field, so it's a whole circle. But some people, You got to take everything with a grain of salt, because some people will say things that are bad when they actually are good because they're not getting their way. So, and either way, you don't want the worst to happen or bad or anything. But I was just like, okay, was it me? Was it me, the common denominator, that things weren't going the right way? And let me tell you, when you're dealing with a narcissistic or a toxic person, that is far from the truth. That is far from the truth. Once you separate, and people don't understand that, the best thing you can do is let the chips fall and separate. I don't care how hard it is. You might want that person to change. They might look like they're changing. They might look like they're giving. Give them some space, because if it's real, you're gonna see the evidence. You're gonna see the difference. You're gonna see how they react. You're gonna see the change in the decisions that they make. When you leave narcissism or leave that toxic situation alone, it's a level of accountability that you have with yourself. Okay, the reason why I left is because when I went with a real toxic relationship, and it was really toxic, um was because I knew that I had something better. I've had better before, and I had something to compare it to, and I knew what it took to get that. You see what I'm saying? Like, I knew what it took, even though I was operating out of that anyway, but I knew what it took to get out of that situation, to keep it, to keep the what I wanted, which was to take accountability, to take accountability. And that's the only way that you will be able to get up and survive out of it. But I'm telling you, there's no happy endings for those people. They will give you illusions. They are master manipulators, and you got to think about it. The reason why they got you is because they was manipulating you. They learned everything about you. Looked at your habits. They studied you like a freaking book. They studied you. See, but the good thing about me, I don't know. It's always something about me. Probably it's always something, like, I don't know. It's always something because I'm learning stuff about myself too. But I'm not a person that's going to be swift, boom, boom, right off the bat. Once I start seeing things and it's not really, getting it or kicking it, I'm cool. Look, I'm cool with it. I'm cool, and I'm going to keep on, I'm going to keep on pushing. But these people will learn everything about you. So understand, they done enough to pick you up and motivate you, and then they will dog you. They're dogging you to devaluate you. You're like, okay, what is going on? Then you finally say, I can't do this anymore. I need to move around. Listen, they want you to come back. They know that you good pudding. So what they're going to do is play illusion tricks on you. They will play illusion tricks. They're going to get the next person, pump them up, tell them that they great so you can see it. So that you can see it. All the while they still wallowing in their sorrow, their chaos. And they're going to do that cycle for the next 6 to 8 months, because that's how long it took for you to get out. Some people take longer. The person, when I was at that job, the person that I replaced was in, that person was in there for a whole year and a half, and they was like, oh, he just was like, forget it. And everybody was talking about him, but they was like, he just got fed up with the boss and how things were going. It wasn't always like that, but he just was like, no, I'm done. Like, this is crazy. And I me having the experience, me being in leadership and me out of leadership, once you've been in the field long enough, and even working, just dealing with people, you understand that you can shift any kind of atmosphere into anything that you want. If it's a problem, usually it's something that can be changed, and is usually dealing with the people, not the atmosphere. People will accept things that you can't change, that's beyond your control. They might be upset a little bit, but the delivery of it, people will stay in situations. I've seen it. I've seen people stay in jobs where they paid them less than most of the people getting, and they were happy because they were respectful. And this wasn't it. This wasn't it. Some of these people were getting paid way more than they should have. And when I say way more than they should have, I mean it. And there was other people who didn't get paid nothing, but it was the whole respect level. And like I said, that they will play these illusions. You have to understand, they will play these illusions on you like you have lost everything. So it's going to make you feel like, okay, well, if they're doing this, then it must have been me being wrong. It must have been me doing something wrong. I promise y'all, it's nothing. It's no happy endings, because you're going to see it six to 8 months later. You're going to see the same thing happen. You're going to see the same thing happen, if not sooner, because there's some people who are more involved than you to say, this ain't right. I got to go. You know, when I started noticing something, it was week 3. It was week 3. I never forget it. I never forget it. It was day 21, week 3. Okay. When I say day 21, I mean day like 21. Day 21. Week 3 of this. And it was like, it was total chaos. It was something, they was telling me one thing, it ended up being something else, and it was just like, what the heck? And I was like, no, it could be so simple. It could all be so simple, but you'd rather make it hard. Okay, that's how it was. Okay, that's exactly how it was. It was something that was so simple and something that was so easy that could have been fixed. They did not want to fix it. They did not want to fix it. Good reason for it though, but yeah, so you gotta understand, they gonna play those tricks, they gonna play those mind games, they gotta sell an illusion, they giving it to you, and they using that person. They're using that person. Just like I told you about that man, he was using another person to get to you. To get to you, because they know if they can flaunt that around and you'll be self-doubting yourself, you'll be talking to yourself, what is wrong with me? It's nothing wrong with you. As a matter of fact, everything's got everything to do with you, because you are stunned on them. You are being the best version of yourself. You are becoming who you are called to be. And because of that, it's taking everything out of them, because they done painted this horrible picture about you. They done painted this horrible picture. I'm telling y'all. When people started acting crazy to me at this doggone job, when I was cool with them, they just, they have already painted a horrible picture of you. You can be respectful to those people. They will paint a horrible picture of you. Okay? They will paint a horrible picture of you. To the point people will just detach, not trying to find out. It's just human nature. I don't want nothing in part of it. I don't, Well, if they did that and you was cool with them, they believe in it instead of trying to find out, or just, let me see how these things roll out. No, they paint illusions. Illusions. They're good at illusions. And to the point where, and they can't come back to you. Let me tell you why. Because they done dogged you. They done dogged you. If they come back to you in public, they not going to tell you. See, they can't come back to you in public because they done dogged you out in private. This is the same way this guy did. Can't come to you. They can't come to you in public because they too busy dogging you out in private. In private, y'all. In private. Okay? And I kid you not. That's how you find out if they was rocking with you all of a sudden, then all of a sudden they away from you and they can only call you when it's time to go or something. When y'all was already all up in each other's face. Oh, take it for what it is. Take it for what it is. That's just a manipulative person. But guess what? You didn't lose out on nothing. You gained. You gained. I promise you, you gained. Okay? Because, oh yeah, for the low. I was just gonna use some reckless, but this for the low. You gonna gain. You know why? You know why? Because the person that they using and they grooming to make you feel upset and to make you get up in your feelings is the same person that's gonna come around and try to talk to you, and you can't even get attached to that, because sometimes I used to get validation in when people do that and they call like, yeah, you were right. You didn't think I was right at first, so keep on moving. That's how I am now. Keep on moving. I'm glad you got set free, but keep on moving, bro. But yeah, they're definitely gonna try to play the tune. So don't get discouraged. There's no happy endings for people who are like that, because they don't know how to trust. They don't know how to love. Their minds are already tainted. They're already gone. They're already gone. They're not gonna change back. They're not. So don't think of it as a loss. Think of it as a gain. There's no happy endings for people who are narcissistic and toxic and use people to manipulate them and to get what they want. Okay? It's no stopping them. Don't think that you can feel, because sometimes I'll be like, man, I'm going to get even. They know who you are. They studied you. They know you're a person that will get even. If they know you have passion inside of you, this is one of the things that I have to work on. I have to dull myself. When they say go Gray Rock, go Gray Rock. They no longer exist. The only thing that you can give to them is no energy whatsoever. When I say no energy, I mean no energy, because these people, you might be good at computing and transforming energy because you know how energy works and you know how to make every negative situation to a positive. They know that about you too. But they are even better at this. They are skilled at this. They are skilled at what you are good at, what you are into. And they know it's going to be good, happy endings around you. So what you need to do is not feed into it at all. Don't get on no energy, positive, negative, because any energy, any kind of reaction with these people is fuel. If it's positive, they're gonna try to manipulate it, like you came and tried to get with them, or you tried to do this. You could just be happy and say, "Oh yeah, well, thank you so much for having a communication. Thank you so much for this. Thank you." Listen, they're gonna try to swing it. They're gonna use that energy to manipulate somebody else. That's what they're gonna do. That's what they're gonna do. So don't get it twisted. Leave them alone. Don't get them no energy. Don't get them no validation. Don't get them nothing. Nothing. And don't feel bad or feel guilty if you talk to them and y'all had some kind of ill conversation or something. They done switched up something or made a situation out of nothing. A scene. Don't feed into it, okay? Because anything they feel that you ashamed of, feel guilty of, anything that you're trying to make right, anything that hurts you, because we are people of human nature and habit. When we feel hurt, if we always want either answers or we want to get back. Listen, you gotta let them win. You won over there. Stay all the way over there. You know what I'm saying? You won. Okay. You gotta be like that with these people. Okay. Don't get twisted and thinking that they living a happy ending. They not. They stuck in that chaos. And they see you coming out. So the only thing that they can do, they can't go and try to contact you straight off the bat. They got to tiptoe back. If you ain't dealing with that, then guess what? They got to go make it look like they doing the same thing that you doing when they never could. They never had the opportunity. They never could do it, y'all. They never could. So take that lesson from me. I learned that the hard way. I'm still learning it. The best thing that has helped me is to stay away. Stay away. Okay? Stay away. Live your life. Have the best life ever. Keep all communications to non-existent. If you have to have any kind of conversation, especially if it's through a mutual friend, keep that conversation limited. I know that sounds kind of harsh because you're like, oh, that person didn't do anything to me. You have to look ahead of things, not look for things just for what they are. Look at things, potential threats. Think about people when they talk about security, when they think about 9/11. Why do they look and they make sure that we go through TSA through the metal detectors? In the event of something happen. So that's the same way that you're going to have to be with these people. There's no happy endings for them. So they will take you down at any cost. They will do anything to make themselves feel better, make themselves feel superior to you, which means tarnishing your name. They already picked you up as if you were on top of the world. Now they got to stump you. Especially if they done devalued you, because they always like to use recycled energy. They always like to keep old people around. Watch out for that. Watch out. Be careful of that. Be careful of that. Okay? So I'm going to get off of here because I think the store is about to open, but I did want to share that with y'all because I know that there are people who are going through this, and like, I don't understand. Listen, save your time and your energy for something that is worth the wait, worth doing. Okay? I'm going to get off of here. You guys have a good one. Hopefully something I said or done will help you on your journey. Please stay tuned to Journey to Jerusalem. And you guys have a great one. Bye.